Welcome back everybody. In this video I am going to tell you why I don't upload on my second channel very often. As you can see, I only had 4 videos uploaded on there in almost a year. But here is why. Number 1. The LEGO BattleBot tutorials I make on that channel takes up a lot of phone storage. It also takes forever to take all the photos and edit all of them and then put them all in a video and edit it. Yeah, it's pretty tough having to constantly free up phone storage. Number 2. I am already very busy on my main channel and all my other social medias, and it's kinda hard to also be uploading videos on my second channel. Those videos also take a long time to make, so that makes it very hard to find a lot of time to upload there. I also have a life outside YouTube that I have to deal with. However, I will upload another tutorial on JR Robotics 2 very soon. Hopefully you guys are excited. Number 3. A lot of the LEGO BattleBots I have showcased have been upgraded over time, or has yet to be showcased yet. Ever since last February, I have not been uploading very many LEGO BattleBot showcases. I moved on and opened my channel to many other stuff, like montages, Minecraft, and memes. And I have upgraded a lot of the LEGO BattleBots since then. So if I tried to do a tutorial on them now, the bot would be different and more confusing. So yeah, it's quite hard to find a bot that hasn't been upgraded in months to upload a tutorial on. Number 4. It is very hard to remember the exact steps for building a LEGO BattleBot after taking it all apart. Some of my LEGO BattleBots have a lot of parts built into them, and I have to remember where all the parts go on the robot and put it together again. Sometimes I don't remember, and I have to look at photos of the BattleBot to see how it was made before. It is such a pain doing that and I hate it. Can you just imagine if you were uploading these kind of videos regularly? Yeah, you would be so confused. That is kinda why I haven't done a tutorial on one of my bigger BattleBots. Now for the last and final reason. Number 5. It's pretty rare that someone would actually follow and do the tutorials. Okay, maybe people are interested in how the bots were made. I think that is pretty cool myself. But there isn't really too much of a reason to do these tutorials, because people don't really follow the tutorials. I am perfectly fine with that and I am not telling anyone that they should. It is just that these tutorials are not super important if nobody actually follows the tutorials. I also upload bonus content on JR Robotics 2. But bonus content is pretty rare on my channel. Those are the 5 reasons why I don't upload on JR Robotics 2 very often. Hopefully you guys understand and give this video a thumbs up. Should I use text to speech more or should I not? Please tell me in the comments. These are not the kind of videos that I normally make, but I have more BattleBot videos coming soon. See you guys in the next video.